A physicist did some calculations and came to the conclusion that taking a charge from Zion on the court, well, it's the equivalent to getting hit by a Jeep. So it makes sense that a fully loaded Jeep Wrangler was his first big purchase when he first joined the NBA. Now his 2019 Jeep Wrangler, it would set him back a cool $50,000 easily, but then he took it to Dreamworks Motor Sports where he dropped another $10K. He amped up the engine and internal parts, he threw on some custom paint, some rims, some wheels, he raised it up. He did all them fixins. Now when it was predicted that he would be moving to New Orleans, well, there was talks of him buying Greg Monroe's old mansion. This is a 5-bedroom, 5.5 bath estate located in a country club with high ceilings and a Batman mural painted on one of the walls. Now this was selling for under $1 million, on sale for $875,000. And the house, it seemed like a no-brainer. In fact, you'll find out in this video that Zion, well, he makes that kind of money each and every month. Now, when it comes to where exactly Zion Williamson is living, well, the man, he likes to keep that information off of the internet. Now, early on in his NBA career, he was staying in a 5-star hotel, likely paid for by the Pelicans, but his current living situation is a bit of a mystery. Now, this likely has something to do with the scandal he had out of high school over Kansas and Adidas. Recruiters, they were talking about helping him out with his family's housing situation in an effort to sign the young talent. Yeah, we're gonna get into all that a little later in this video. Now, at the time of this recording, Zion's net worth is estimated to be, by most online sources, at around $8 million. And that's mainly coming from his NBA salary. We also got to take into account his exclusive contract with Nike, earning him the largest rookie shoe deal in NBA history, worth a whopping $75 million over 5 years. The only man to pull in more was LeBron, but his deal, it was for 7 years. Now, it isn't all good news when it comes to Zion going to the bank, because he's also getting sued for a cool $100 million. Yeah, in this video, we got a lot to get through. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Michael McCrudden back at it on The Rich Life, and today we're talking about good old Zion Williamson. Now, we've covered his Before They Were Famous video in the past, so I'll have links to that down below. And with March Madness just around the corner, well, there's a whole new crop of talent that we could feature. But you guys gotta let us know who's next in the comments down below. We've already dropped videos on Mikey Williamson and Bronny Jr., but I need some new suggestions, so we'll be looking through all those. All right, now let's get into this video. First up, a little intro into Zion Williamson. Now, he was born in Salisbury at Rowan Regional Medical Center on July 6, 2000. Now, Zion's birth certificate, it states that he was born at 1:07 a.m. That's right, we be digging up all the facts. We even know this time of birth. Now, seeing as I've covered his formative years already on this channel, well, let's roll a clip from his Before They Were Famous. By the way, in this, well, I might look a little different.
Zion Lateef Williamson was born on July 6, 2000 in Salisbury, North Carolina to his mother Sharonda Sampson and his father Lateef Williamson. Lateef is 6'4", 270 pounds, and played football as a defensive lineman. He was a high school All-American at Darlington High, later playing at North Carolina State and Livingstone College in the 70s. Sharonda also ran track at Livingstone and regularly cleared the 6-foot mark in the high jump competition. So it's safe to say there was a good chance he would be pretty athletic, but even his mom couldn't have guessed that Zion would have a 46-inch vertical.
You know, and his stepdad and I we were college athletes, so we knew like the hard work it took to get there.
After the passing of her mother, Sampson moved her family from Greenville to South Carolina. Zion's parents divorced when he was just 5 years old, and his mom married his new stepfather, Lee Anderson. Lee played college basketball at Clemson in the 70s, but 2 weeks before going to the NBA camp, he was hit by a car. Zion also has a little brother, Noah, who is absolutely adorable.
Me and Noah's my little brother. I'm always look out for him. Noah just has that swag about him. I love it because I say, yeah, that's my little brother. What's up, bro?
Just before his freshman year, Sampson enrolled Zion in Salisbury Day School, which is a college prep school where each student is required to play at least one sport from grades 7 to 12. And by high school, it became a pretty easy choice for Zion. But prior to taking over the court, he actually played soccer and football as a quarterback. When he was 5 years old though, he dreamt of one day becoming a college basketball star. He told his mom and stepfather at 5 that he was eventually gonna go to college and be the #1 player in the country.
That's something he actually managed to pull off, becoming the #1 draft pick in 2019, going to the New Orleans Pelicans. Now, a little piece of trivia you may not know. Now, Zion, he wanted so badly to go to New York or Atlanta that he considered returning for a sophomore year at Duke when New Orleans, they won the draft lottery. Now, eventually, the man came to his senses, being the #1 draft pick, It also allowed him to secure the bag in a big way. Now he's expected to make $20 million over his first 2 seasons. Now the rookie pay scale, it adjusts annually based on the total salary cap. Now according to the 2020 salary cap of $109 million, well, he has the ability to make $45 million in his first 4 seasons. Now despite an injury plaguing his rookie season, well, for the Pelicans, he's still worth every penny.
See, and this is the difference. If he looks at the floor, that's what Derek Favors took away. Yes, possession. Get your money's worth, Zion.
Now, if you think $10 million a year is good money, that actually equals $833,000 per month and $20 per minute. So by the time I'm done this video, Zion's already added a few bucks to the bank. Actually, I found 40 bucks on the street yesterday. It was awesome. The signing of Zion was good for the New Orleans economy. Now, the franchise had lost its fandom and ticket sales, they were dwindling. Now, when it was announced that they had won the draft lottery, well, season ticket sales calls, they reached historic levels, selling 10,000 season ticket packages. Now, his jersey sales, they're the best ever for a rookie. In fact, he's outsold every player of the entire previous draft class. Even his high school jersey was a bestseller. Now, I guess it helps when you're getting posts from the likes of Drake. When you're in high school. Damn, that must feel good. So the franchise is already seeing a return on their #1 draft pick, even if he doesn't step foot on the court. But the hype that followed the time his shoe exploded during a college game, well, it gifted him one of the most lucrative shoe deals in NBA history. Now, he was wearing Nikes on that fateful day, and Nike, they dispatched their top people to Durham, North Carolina the very next day to look at the exploded shoe. They then went to China with some custom measurements to build something specifically engineered for the force Williamson was applying during his games. Now, shoe deals are usually the most profitable endorsement opportunities for NBA stars, and brands Nike, Adidas, and Anta, well, they were all competing for the right to dress him. Now, it seems him and Nike, they had some unfinished business, because on July 23rd, 2019, well, Nike officially announced that it had signed him to an exclusive shoe contract. Now, a day later, it was reported that the deal is worth $75 million over 5 years, averaging out to $15 million per year. Now, it is a fully guaranteed, with no strings or milestones attached contract. Now, it's the largest rookie shoe deal in NBA history in terms of annual pay, but not in terms of total value. By comparison, LeBron James, his first Nike shoe deal paid $12.4 million per year over 7 years, for a total value of $86.8 million. Let's just hope he doesn't bust through another pair of Nikes, because their stock, it may plummet. Now, more recently, Zion has released his alligator-inspired Bayou Boys. They dropped this week, and he's paying homage to New Orleans. But Zion just might need every penny of all that shoe money, because he's got a lawsuit filed against him and his management for a sum of $100 million. Is that reference getting too old? You know what I meant, right? Now, this whole legal fiasco, it has to deal with an early contract that he signed with Prime Sports Marketing, and he took the appropriate steps to null and void this contract, but they still don't agree, and they want all the money they believe they would have earned with him on the roster. Now, instead, Zion, he is signed with the best in the biz. I'm talking Creative Artist Agency. Now, he'll likely won't have to pay them $100 million, but it's predicted that there will be some kind of settlement, and he's gonna have to cough up a few M's at least. Now, it's cough up a few M's? You know what I mean. Sometimes when I say million, you guys think I'm saying billion. So this point doesn't even matter. Don't worry though, the kid is gonna have a few other revenue streams to keep him out of the poorhouse. Who knows, he might even become an actor. He actually booked work on a commercial to promote the latest Fast and the Furious film, Hobbs and Shaw.
My name is Zion Williamson.
I'm RJ Barrett.
This is our first shoot ever.
For Hobbs and Shaw, we're really excited. Let's take it away.
He's got a multi-year deal with sports merchandise retailer Fanatics. He's got a 5-year deal with Mountain Dew. He's got another deal with Gatorade and more. All right, let's take a look at what he spends his fortune on. So first off, we're gonna take a look at his property, and we're gonna go back to where he came from. Now, in a documentary produced, we got a look at the house that Zion grew up in, and to say anything, well, it was pretty humble. Like I said, the house is modest. It's located in small town Spartanburg, South Carolina, and it would be relatively affordable piece of property seeing as where it's located. Now, there have been plenty of blog posts about Zion's parents' new house since he was in the whole college scandal, and online there's a picture said to be located in Durham, North Carolina, where Zion lived while he played at Duke. And this house, it's worth $864,000. Now, we do all the digging we can do here on Before They're Famous in the Rich Life, and if you want to rent out that house for yourself, well, it's actually available for $3,200 a month. I actually found it on Zillow.com. So that's likely what Zion was paying. Duke. What? Yeah, I don't want to get him in any trouble. You know what it is. Now, when he first got to New Orleans, we know he was living in a 5-star hotel, and he got a gift from another local superstar. I'm talking about Drew Brees.
Bag right up, done. Alright.
Yeah, Bellman's coming right up with the bag.
Alright, thank you. Even the worst pain is just. Oh my God. Zion, welcome to the family. Let's dance.
Now, Zion has been pretty hush about where he's living, but the internet's best guess, considering the timing and his location, well, it's the former House of 76ers player Greg Monroe. Now, his 5-bedroom estate went up for sale in 2019 for $874,500. So it's easily something Zion could afford. I don't know if Zion would be into that Batman mural. I feel like he's more of a Hulk guy, right? You know what I mean? Definitely a Marvel fan. He's of that generation. I'm of the DC generation. Damn, I'm old. But to be fair, Zion, he seems to be a pretty humble and modest dude. The guy enjoys simple things like playing video games, and he spends his free time playing Fortnite with his teammates.
He sucks at Fortnite. What? You go ahead and say it. You're live now. Go ahead and say it. What do you just say? Shut up what?
I just said you know what. That's what I said.
You're trying to tell me to shut up though?
Get that tattoo on your back already.
And for a man who loves video games, well, what do you give him? Of course, you give him an Xbox, which is exactly what Lonzo Ball did. I guess Lonzo Ball wasn't pulling his weight on the court, so he's like, I better make it up to them with money. I don't know, just no shade.
Who's this from? Drew. Appreciate this. No way. No way. Nah, I refuse to leave. You know what, man? Come on. Thanks, bro. I said bring it up, man. Come on.
It's a good thing Lonzo did give him a pair of Ball Brothers sneakers, because I got a feeling Zion, he'd bust through those in no time. Now we know he's got his hands on a fully loaded Jeep Wrangler, and it's been said online that he also bought a Jaguar. I can't confirm that. Now Zion, he also keeps it pretty professional on his Instagram account, but he ain't showing off a whole lot of flash, a whole lot of cash. He's keeping it very humble. Now, do you guys think he's the next LeBron James? Sound off in the comments down below. Now, I saw a pretty funny video online of some NBA Jam folk turning him into an actual monster. It kind of cracked me up. I thought this was really cool.
Get down, man! Game over, man. Game over.
I don't know, with skills like that, they should put him in the new Space Jam. I think he would do fantastic. I'm gonna wrap this video up here. This is the rich life of Zion Williamson. Now we have an entire playlist dedicated to athletes, so if you like this video, be sure to check those out. Also check out our playlist on the rich life. Subscribe if you're new. Let us know who you want us to document next in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys in another video.